Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask the Coach. And in this week's topic, I'm going to be talking about the ever persistent question of how do I get a better night's sleep? So, this video is not going to be talking about the usual things that you might hear about going to bed at the consistent time or about having no electronics in the bedroom. Instead, what I'm going to be talking about are some things that you can do to lay the groundwork for having a good night's rest that you may not necessarily think of yourself. So here are my top 3 tips for setting the stage for a good night's sleep. So number one, first off, make sure to not have any serious, stressful conversations after whatever time works in your house. In our house, it's 9 o'clock. So this isn't the time to talk about refinancing your mortgage. This isn't the time to talk about that job search you've been thinking of doing, because you really want to set up your body to have a nice, relaxed state where you're not raising topics that could bring more cortisol that could potentially disrupt your sleep. My second tip would be when you go to bed, a lot of people like to read before they go to bed. Choose a super mediocre book. So this is not one of your favorite engrossing books. This is something that if you're a member of Goodreads would be like a 3.0 rating out of 5. The kind of thing where it's good enough to keep your interest and to not actually make you frustrated at the poor quality of the writing, but not so good that you want to keep going. So I think finding something that's just enough to kind of calm your mind without being overly interesting, to me, has been a great key for a successful night's sleep. And then last but not least, I would also suggest using a gratitude journal right before you go to bed. So when you've climbed in the bed, you're nice and cozy, just get out a gratitude journal and write down 2 or 3 things that you're thankful for. And they don't have to be super big, meaningful things. They could be, hey, I'm so happy that today I wore my favorite pair of jeans, or I went to the grocery store and there wasn't a long line. But just having that positive reflection right before you go to bed helps kind of trigger that nice endorphin feeling, which sets you up for a nice relaxed state. So if you follow these 3 tips, hopefully that will help you to get a better night's rest.